in the incorrect assumption that I know what I'm doing, which I don't. And in the incorrect timeline where people are like, oh yeah, let's just take this guy seriously and at his word and his advice being good and such. That's a mistake because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. At least I'll admit to that. The people who. It's fine. Everybody can do whatever. And I don't even think I don't know why I'm starting out in this branch of things. But yeah, I don't think people are doing anything maliciously. Or not all. Some. Let's just say there's no need to make any new enemies. Let's just say, also, I don't know what I'm talking about, but other people don't know what they're talking about either. Or more specifically, some might. I think most don't. Not even saying, oh, they're purposely trying to lie. I think just people naturally. This isn't the branch I need to go down, but it is a necessary disclaimer. Because I will admit, I'm taking my best guess at all this because I've never been debriefed. I don't know. But I've been funneled down enough psyops and honeypots to know that there are things people should be better. Be skeptical of things. Because they're going to try to fuck with you. Not even the. Alright, I'll lay this out this way. And there are so many other things. Could be social media, could be echo chambers, could be whatever. I'm going to go down the route of psyops on YouTube and Instagram. And I'm not even saying they're psyops, I'm saying I think people record this in good faith, but then if a Fed backend can control your algorithm and what you see, they can funnel you to things that aren't in your own best interest, like things that'll hype you up, like, oh, you're about to make it, you just need to keep going. Meanwhile, or trust the process or something. And I'm not even saying that creators are in on it, I'm just saying if the feds, I use feds as a very broad term for whatever the stupid fucking thing is. So yeah, anyway, if the feds are like, oh yeah, let's hype this, give this person some false reassurances, like, oh, you've made it, you don't even need to worry about things anymore, they'll save you, or it's all gonna work out in the end. It might, but just as easily it might be that the feds in the back end are like, oh, they're getting a little too close to something and could actually progress to the point. Let's just feed them down this sun. I was trying to decide between honeypot and psyop. This honeypot, and somewhere in between actually. But let's just feed them down this thing where we give them false hope that something will come to save them. Meanwhile, something might come to save. I don't know how this plays out. I'll admit though. And that's why if you see my video and I'm like, oh yeah, no, things will work out for you. Good luck, bro. Maybe I'm telling the truth, or maybe I even think I was telling the truth, but they decide to see that out to the people just in order to give them false hope so that they no longer try as hard to come up with the redundancies necessary, or the dead man switches, or the whatever. That's what you need to be aware of. And again, I'm not faulting the creators, because they could even be doing this 100% good faith. They could be telling the 100% the correct truth, but if the algorithm's like, oh yeah, you know this creator who was sending it to the people who actually was intended, let's just send it to the people who actually are on the right track, but we give them false hope of, oh yeah, you've already done it actually. Actually, it's already been seen and you don't even need to worry. Because that could be true, it could not be true. But I see patterns in which, especially the feds being general, it can be whatever you want it to be, I don't care. I call it feds because I know it hates being called fed. They love being called perps or like agents. Call them feds. They fucking hate that. Which is why I always call them feds, because they can go fuck themselves. Getting back on track. Just know whoever controls the algorithm, and most of those are not on your side. Some can be. I don't know. I'm going off what I've seen. Maybe your Fed's a cooler version than my Fed, which is morbidly obese. I only say that because that also pisses it off. I've never met whatever's doing this, but I know it Streisand affected the shit out of it because I call it obese occasionally and then it gets so mad. I just always default to that. It does poison me with chemtrails all the time when I do it, so it's technically kind of bad for me, but I'm not giving it the satisfaction. I also learned that there's one thing above morbid obesity, which is super, super morbid obesity. I call it that a lot too, because I'm not giving it the satisfaction. If it wants to fuck with me, I'll call it morbidly obese. The fact it actually cares that much is hilarious to me, and if it gets me brutally murdered, so be it. I have problems with this, but I don't fucking care anymore. Anyway. But on a serious note, don't trust the things. Don't trust me either, because maybe I'm saying this in the understanding that it goes out to somebody in a very similar situation. Maybe you're in a completely different situation. You're like, oh, I'll take this guy's word for it. Oh, this guy lied to me. No, it's whoever's controlling the algorithm decide to feed you that. The same way I think that's happening with other people who are like in good faith putting stuff out there, but then they can be, the algorithm can be like, oh, let's just show it to the person who that doesn't apply to give them false whatever, and then they'll get mad at the person doing this rather than the creator. Again, I'm using the Instagram, YouTube thing as an example. It's fucking everything. It's social media, it's whatever else. So, just keep that in mind, because everything fucking sucks. Either that, or I think maybe this whatever it is I think I'm doing right now. Yeah, just know, I also don't know what I'm talking about. But I've been through this for a decade now. Well, I would say a decade, and it is technically a decade, but really only ramped up over the last 5 years. And then really, really, really ramped up over the last 2.5 years. Oh, it did ramp up. It sucks now. But it's always sucked, but it's gotten so much stupider. Not even worse, just stupider. And worse as well. And so goddamn stupid. 6, 14, 20. And then also, I mentioned it before, since I don't trust this timeline not to doppelganger me, or get somebody who, like, yeah, looks like a fucking similar enough person and they give them a lot of plastic surgery to look a lot like me, and then be like, oh yeah, this is the same person but he got plastic surgery. If you're never going to get plastic surgery, take 1 minute out of your day to just say, yeah, I'm never getting plastic surgery if those fucking pricks try to be like, oh yeah, this is the same person, they just got plastic surgery. No, I'm not doing, I'll ride or die with this face, no matter how going to shit it gets to. I assume I'll be brutally murdered. Yeah, if you see me and I haven't been brutally murdered yet, that should be a tip-off that it's probably not me. And if you ever, I'm never going to hawk I'm never gonna take money to advertise anything, unless it's like a really chill thing, but for the most part, maybe like a charity or something, but for the most, and I don't consent to my face or image or name or anything else being used for anything I wouldn't agree to, which is like everything. So just assume if you see me after this point, it's probably not me. And then also going back to this, find something you can do well. Doesn't even need to be good or important or impressive. Just something you can do. Oh, in high school or band camp or something, I learned the fucking flute or some other instrument. It's not that impressive, it doesn't matter, but I know the song by heart. So then if they trot out somebody who's like a little bit like you, but they're saying some shit, you probably wouldn't say. Somebody could be like, oh yeah, I play that fucking flute or some shit, so we can see if it really is you. We live in a timeline where I think there's going to be doppelgangers and shit. Even for people who aren't famous. I think it's going to go Epstein files, if you look into that, it goes there. So, even if you're not a public figure or something, do you really want somebody running around pretending to be you after they brutally murder? I don't know. I don't know if that's funny. If you're never going to get plastic surgery, just say that. Don't take 1 minute out of your day. Just fucking say it. Have on record that you said it. So that if somebody's like, oh, you get work done? They're like, oh, yes, I am that person and I did get work done. I'm like, nah. Hey, play that flute. Because, yeah, if you learn the flute at some point and you have it on record of you playing that flute like playing a song and they try and doppelganger you, chances are the doppelganger's not going to know that fucking flute song. So why the fuck would they? They probably just got him from like a bus stop or something. So, yeah, weirdly I can... Well, it's a little cold, so it's not the easiest to chug, but I can chug beers somewhat quickly. So if you see me later or somebody who looks like me and I can't chug beer... I'm not even saying this like it's impressive, it's not. I have a huge alcohol problem. But anyway, if you have something on tape of you doing something that theoretically it would be unlikely that if they doppelganger you or clone you or some shit, that they would be able to do the same thing. It's stupid that we have to prove our identity like this. I'm not saying we do, I'm saying I think I see patterns. Well, I see the main pattern that we're going off of. I don't know if this branch is activated or not, but in the event it is, it actually is decent advice. Having said that, if I was lying, I'd also say it's decent advice, so don't trust me. But there's not really anything you can lose by doing this. If you have a special talent, even if it's not impressive, even if it's not like, oh, I have the special skill. Well, I'm going to do it, and people are going to be like, oh, this guy's awesome. You could just have a special skill that's like, oh, okay, that's not that really all that interesting, but I bet some random person couldn't do the exact same fucking thing if they trotted them out and just was like, oh yeah, I'm that other person now. I think I am offering good advice, I'm just saying it in a terrible way. Which I guess is something. Alright, I'm Jack Ward Copeland. I can drink beer somewhat quickly. Although this is a little colder than usual, but generally speaking, and again, I'm not doing this because I was like, look at how impressive it is. It's like, if they tried doppelgangering me, I don't think a doppelganger could do this as well. Oh, that's hella good. Sierra Nevada Crystal Wheat. I'm usually an IPA guy. But on a summer day, Crystal Wheat, fucking delicious. So yeah, if they put somebody out there and it's like, oh, I'm Jack Ward Copeland, and I actually agree with all the billionaires about what they're doing, and I agree that data centers are there, and I don't even care that microplastics are in everything, and I think it's actually not a big deal that microplastics cause brain inflammation. The same type of brain inflammation the parasites use. I'm cool with all of that. And then you're like, but can you chug a beer quickly? And the doppelganger's like, I need to take a phone call. That's probably not me. And also, if you see me later on, I've probably already been brutally murdered. So, yeah, don't take my word for it even then. These videos take weird turns when I have no idea what I'm going to start talking about when I start. And just I wander into whatever I think it is I'm doing now. Which is, I don't know. June 14, 2026 to 25 p.m. Did this do anything? Did this fix everything yet? Oh, it did. Maybe it did something. I don't know. Maybe I'm an optimistic sort of guy. You know, until I get brutally murdered. That is a good beer, though. Old Chico. God, I love the Chico State Wildcats. I used to be such an alcoholic when I went to Chico State. That was, I think, every single year for the last few decades. Out of all the cities, I saw a map. I don't think it might have eked out all the cities or not all the cities, but it might have gotten into the top 10 cities, which is saying a lot because Wisconsin, every single city's an alcoholic, and I think in all the lists it's like 8 out of 10. I respect them for their alcoholism. I hate the Packers, but other than that, they seem like a chill state. But yeah, Chico, or in every state they listed the most drunk city, and every year is Chico State. I had some alcohol problems back in the day. Oh yeah, if you go to AA meetings, you can meet people. Because everything online's a honeypot. They have AA meetings all the time. Do with that information what you will, but if everything's a honeypot online and you're looking for people and all the events you can find online because they rig algorithms to not show you the stuff, you can still find AA meetings. Just saying, you meet some cool people there. And I'm mostly just saying that because it's make it almost impossible for me to find anybody. Everything I find is everything online is infiltrated. Everything I find on through like Zoom links is all. And this is my personal experience. If you're not a target individual, maybe you have more leeway. If you're doing some shit they don't like you doing and you're targeted, it's not bad advice. Oh yeah, in hindsight, I don't think the AA meetings have worked yet. But that's only because I have to prove my identity. Either that or that's as far as rationalizing alcoholism goes. It's pretty good, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting too good at alcoholism or rationalizing alcoholism. Or proving my identity, if you're being optimistic. I don't know how I've gotten to this place in my life. It's so stupid. But it is what it is. And you keep going. Or you don't. I don't know.